We are live, ladies and gent.
Good.
Hello.
Okay, trying to go live on my phone as well. Okay, so it's okay. We are live. So, good morning, travel partners. Good morning, Teresa. Morning, Sue Ellen. We have the entire team with us today. It's
Good morning.
much fun. We are going to the mountains.
Yes, we are. We're going to the mountains of Panama.
Good morning, Melba. Let us know where you listening from or watching us from. Good morning, travel advisors. Happy Thursday. And we are actually finally going to have coffee chat on a coffee plantation.
Yes.
Finally, we are off to Panama, and I'm so excited today that we'll be talking about the Los Establos Resort. It sounds like a movie. Good morning, Jerry. So we have Jerry from New Orleans. We have Sue Ellen from PA. Who else do we have on board? So we have a few of our advisors already on the early birds. On. So today we are very excited. We have the usual team, John, Jessica, and myself, Kelly, your host. And today we have Miss Natalia. Now Natalia is normally behind the scenes, and I was told John just threw her in today because she just came from Panama. So she has all the fresh insights about the property to share with us today.
That's right. So throw her questions.
Yes.
Anything you want to know, I mean, we spoke up last time, we just mentioned it, and we spoke about the drive from the hotel, from the airport, the air from the airport, the type of plane, about the property, the rooms. So Natalia just came back, and Natalia has everything that we need to know about it. So we want to wait for a few to come in. As usual, Jessica will be doing our presentation.
Yes.
So
Yes, I will be. Good morning. Hope you have your coffee because we are going to our coffee farm. Coffee. I say coffee farm. That's the
Coffee
correct.
plantation. We're in Panama, ladies.
plantation.
Okay.
It's a
I say
plantation.
I say farm. Anyway, yes. So it's going to be really good. So it's going to be a fabulous presentation, and it's great to have Natalia and John join in to answer any of your questions because Los Establos is very unique. It's really for the adventure traveler or for your client who's looking for a resort or inn, boutique inn, I should say. That it's very different. It's up in the mountains. It's the adventure, the nature, the butterflies, the flowers. It's really pretty. It's really pretty.
And what I like about it is it's big enough to do so much, yet it is small enough for a family or whole group to purchase the entire property, do a buyout, and have it all for themselves. So it could be your own private plantation on a coffee plantation. So that's one of the nice things I like about it as well.
Mhm. Yes, yes, yes. And I hope to make it there. Hopefully in 2022. I'll bring my family.
In 2022, know all the plans we had for it.
I know. I feel like we have all 2022 is already like
I
wow.
know. Like finally, everything is
My yeah, that's yeah. We're excited for 2022. Right. We'll give everyone like a minute or two more to get in, or do you want me to get started?
we could get started and people will join.
Okay. All right.
People are coming in and out, in and out.
Yes. All right. Let me share screen. Okay. Are we ready to head to Panama? So today we'll be taking a fabulous trip from Miami to Panama, and then we'll be heading to Los Establos in Boquete, Panama. Okay, where is Los Establos? It's located in Boquete, Panama. The main airline is Copa Airline, and if you're in the Miami area, Copa Airline flies, I think, pretty much daily into Panama. When you get into Panama City, then you connect to David, and that's also through Copa Airlines, and it's about a 45-minute plane ride. When you land in at the David Airport, then it's about a 30-minute drive into Boquete, and Los Establos is located on a coffee farm, coffee plantation in Boquete. I hope I said that right. I'm finessing my Spanish here. Okay, a little bit more about Los Establos. 17 rooms and suites. They have 24-hour Wi-Fi, a business center, a fitness center. It's adults only, but during the summer, 12 and older are welcome during the summer. Adventure tours, natural breezes, so there's no air conditioning, but there are fans in rooms, and it's about 5 to 10 minutes from the town of Boquete. And here is a aerial view of the layout of Los Establos. And here is a photo of the entrance into Los Establos. And this is a photo of the reception area. Very quaint. I love the tiles. So pretty. And here is a map, a layout of the resort, I should say. Okay, and let's start with our coffee cottage. The coffee cottage it's one room king bed. It's 534 square feet. It has a separate living room. It's the lower level, and up at the top level is the spa building. And you have unobstructed views of the resort grounds. There's a coffee canopy catwalk, and you have views of volcano Peru. And here's a look at the inside. It's a king size bed and little seating area. And then we have the deluxe coffee cottage. The deluxe coffee cottage is double beds. It's actually named after flower. They're 5 cottages, and they're named after flowers. So in keeping with that, I call it the rustic theme. It sleeps 4, and you have views of the volcano Peru. And then we have the deluxe rooms, and those are located in the main house, I should say. So the deluxe room are named after horses. I think there are 4 of them. So I like horses. So it's Alita, Cholita, Rosita, and Chumbita. Did I say that right? I'm a Spanish. They sleep 2. One queen bed, 247 square feet, and you have garden and mountain views. Okay, and then we have the suite rooms. There are 2 suites available. Their names are Sol and Luna. So sun, and is it the moon? If my Spanish is right, I'm not sure. But and in these rooms, you do have HD TV. 1 king sleeps 2, 425 square feet, and they're on the 2nd floor. And then we have the premium suites. They're the newest rooms, and there are 5 of them. Each room has a king bed, sleeps 2. It's 585 square feet, large balcony. You have a view of Volcano Baru, HD TVs. You have dual sinks, anniversaries, couples getaway. So really perfect for honeymooners as well, or couples, or just celebrating an anniversary. And then dining. At Los Establos, there's one main restaurant. So there's one restaurant, and that restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And you do have panoramic views of Volcano Baru. Baru, yes. And here is a view of the volcano. Okay, so for dining, it's typically it's a Latin cuisine. It's a la carte for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Happy hour is from 4 to 6, and happy hour consists of beer, wine, and hard liquor. There is a fridge located in the main house. It's self-serve, so it's soda, beers, and wines. Breakfast is 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Lunch is 12 to 3:30 p.m. and dinner is 6 to 8:30 p.m. And one thing that I should mention is that Los Establos is about 5 minutes from the town of Puquete. So in Puquete, you do have restaurants, there's shopping, there's dining. So, for, let's say, you don't necessarily have to have dinner at one night. You can go into town, you can have dinner, you can have lunch. So there's things around Los Establos during the day and in the evening. And see at the top, that is your Panamanian breakfast. I think that looks like strips of steak. And yes, it looks delicious. And for like I said, the happy hour is 4 to 6, and you can get your mixed drinks, your beer, and your wine. And here's another views from the restaurant. So you see the cottages. Yeah, so there are views all around. I don't think you have a bad view at all. And then we have the Tranquility Body and Soul Spa. Like I said, that Tranquility Body and Soul Spa is consistent throughout all of our resort, the name. And yes, there is a pool, and this is actually a brand new pool that was installed. So yes, you can just be lazy by the pool, enjoy the view. So this is a new addition to the resort. And some of the activities are zip lining. I'm not an adventure person, so I think I would just take photos. But if you're into adventure, definitely Los Establos, Panama is a great choice.
Before you go further,
Okay, and at Los Establos, there's an all-inclusive package, and the inclusions are you choose. So let's say you're there for 5 nights. You can choose 5 up to 5 inclusions or tours that you can do. So inclusions are whitewater rafting. You can do a coffee tour. You can do a panoramic tour. You can go bird watching. You can do a lost waterfall hike. You can do the pipeline hike. That's the name of the area. There's the hot springs. There's the Canyon River, zip lining. There's a hanging bridge tour, tea tour, and there's a rum tour. So these are all inclusions in the package, and you choose a daily activity. And then for an additional cost, let's say there is only 1 or 2 things that you want to do in the inclusions, you can pay extra to do these tours here. There's the honeybee tour, the volcano tour. You do that in a 4x4. The volcano hike. There is a Quetzal tour. trail, horseback riding, which the hats go great for that. You can do an island tour. There's rock climbing. There's the Volcano Cerrado Punta tour, and there's a nature reserve tour. I won't. My Spanish is not good, so, but there's a nature reserve tour, and these are all at an additional cost. But from the list of activities, there's lots of things to do. And then things to do in Boquete. There's casual dining, from casual to fancy, but not fancy, but it's not fancy as we consider that in the US, but there is different options for dining. There's shopping. There's also a brewery, and there are coffee and chocolate stores in Boquete in the town. Okay, how do you book? We would recommend that you book direct because it's such a small boutique inn. Booking direct would make it much easier for you and your clients. The commission is 20% commission for your direct booking. Plus, we do have a promotion still going with the $100 gift card for your direct bookings. Okay, and here is my contact details. My email. I think most of you should be already in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page. And if you have not registered your agency, please do. That's also in the contact. And here is a lovely view. I love the mist. Or is it dawn? And hope to see you soon. Drink more coffee. Hope to see you soon in Los Establos. All right, so I'll stop sharing. I do have a short video because I mentioned honeymoons. There is a video of what, for an extra fee, like what can be done inside the room for your clients. Let me go. I'll stop sharing this.
Before you go to this, Jessica, can we talk about how to get there? Because that's what we were getting before, about the plane ride from the airport and all of that.
Okay, I'm going back. Okay. So to get there, you fly into Panama City on Copa Airlines. I think that's Copa is the main airline. And then once you fly into Panama City, then you can connect to the city of David, and that's also on Copa Airlines, and that's a 45-minute flight. And once you arrive in David Airport, it's a 30-minute ride into Boquete, and Los Establos is located on a coffee farm, and it's kind of high up in the mountains. And I mentioned that there's no air conditioning in the rooms, but yes, you fly into Panama City, then you connect to David on Copa Airlines, and then a 30-minute drive into Boquete.
Right, and we through the office will arrange the transfers, and of course the airfare as well if needed. But as you mentioned, the main service is Copa, but there are other airlines that schedule, and then you do transfer. You just connect in with a direct flight into David. And Boquete is a kind of a cultural hub of Panama in the mountains. So when we mention that the rooms aren't air conditioned, that's really nothing to worry about. I know from the States we're so used to air conditioning, and that kind of sounds scary not to have air conditioning. But we're up in the mountains. You constantly get a breeze, and it's actually cool at night. There's blankets in the rooms. So having air conditioning is not something you will miss at all, really any time of the year because of the altitude. So again, the location of Boquete is a mountain region, and it's kind of the as I said, the cultural hub, artsy-fartsy district of Panama. And so you've got lots of hikers and lots of interesting, really cool things in the neighboring village that you can go and explore, and everything is safe and comfortable. So the location of the resort is fantastic for exploring, and that's why we attract the soft adventure traveler. So if your clients are looking for some soft adventure, you can definitely recommend Los Establos for the client that's really looking for something different. Maybe they've done our beach destinations and they're ready to explore something a little more unique. Why then this is a great option. It is only carried booking directly. We don't have it listed with any tour operators. Again, simply because it's so small that we have to manage the inventory very, very closely. So, but it is only booked direct through our call center or online, of course.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. Thanks, John. So here, I'm just gonna click on this. It's a short video. It's it's really pretty. It's the room decorations. If you're celebrating like a special anniversary or honeymooners. If I can find it, hold on. All right, here we go. Okay, that was really special. I love the flowers. I love the flowers.
But Natalia was just this. Can Natalia give us her experience of her day, what she did for the day, breakfast, lunch, dinner? What did you do? Can you just give us some of your experience because you just came back?
Of course. So first of all, let me say hello in Panamanian style, which is queso pa. So the meaning comes from what's up. What's up, like in English. So when you go to Panama, you say queso pa, meaning is the word paso backwards, and paso is what's happening. So if you ever go to Panama, kind of like when you go to Costa Rica, that is, you say pura vida. When you go to Panama, you just tell queso pa. So, yes, indeed, I came from Panama. It's a beautiful city, and Boquete is even more beautiful in person than the images. It is the capital city of, is the capital flower city of Panama. That's why you see a lot of flora and fauna. And almost everywhere you drive, you're gonna see coffee plantations because this is where the coffee comes from. They have a special coffee that is now selling in the Asian countries called the geisha coffee. And that's what right now is the hip coffee that they're cultivating in this area. It tastes sort of like a tea, a soft tea. So if people are not into really dark roasted coffee, they'll probably enjoy this type of coffee. They're also drying up the skin of the coffee and doing tea out of coffee. So you can either drink coffee that is lighter or you can actually drink tea. And you will learn all of this, since we're talking about coffee, on the coffee tour that is actually included in the adventure package that we offer.
So let me ask
Another,
you, you can make tea out of the coffee?
yes. So they're using the skin. So right now it's a sustainable country because it's also full of like nature. So then they're trying other things that they can do with coffee, which coffee is also good for your skin. There's also coffee treatments that are good for the skin, and they're using it also to like do coffee. So when you buy it, it looks like leaves, but it's not really leaves. There's actually the skin of the actual bean of the coffee. So once they take the bean to produce the coffee, they leave the skin to actually do tea. And it's so sweet that it's a really good coffee. I tried it, and you will try it when you do the tour, and you will really enjoy it. It's a different experience and
Very,
interesting when they actually explain it.
very interested. Yeah. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I would love to try the tea coffee.
It's a little bit lighter, and it's not. It doesn't taste per se like coffee, So like when you taste the bitterness of the coffee, like American roast is really dark and harsh in the palate. This one is a little bit softer, but it doesn't have like aftertaste as like green tea, which is also a different type of flavor. But you'll probably enjoy it. Other excursions that I did was the zip lining and the hanging bridges. So if you are really a hiker, you will love this. Um, it's everything you do here, you have to be really active and be aware that you're gonna sweat. Especially, I come from Miami and I'm used to like plain terrain. So when I went hiking, that's a big difference because the elevation is like harsh. Our property, the elevation where our property is 3,900 higher from level C. So then that's why it's really cold. And when it's the winter seasons, it's gonna be even cooler. So that's why, like John mentioned and Jessica, we don't have ACs because we have a natural AC. You can leave your windows and doors open, your sliding door glasses open, and the air will just come into your room, and you don't need the AC at all. Um, we recommend to actually bring a light jacket if you're into more of a cold person. If you're probably like a lot of the snowbirds here, when they come to Miami and they're in shorts, then you'll probably have no problem at all. Another good, all of the tours in our package, they're really nice. If you also are interested, also a hiker, you will love the volcano one. But that's even more of a hike because that's really high above even the level that we are. But once you go all the way to the top, you will see the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean at the same time. And then you have to really wake up early in the morning to actually have this experience. So you'll see the sunrise. It's a beautiful image. I believe Jessica has an image of that. She probably will like show you a couple of those images later. Um, there's also a tea tour because they also do tea, but this is with tea leaves separate from the coffee one. There's also bird watching because this area is really popular with flora and fauna. One of the parks that Jessica mentioned, and I think is the one on additional cost, is the Quetzal trailers, and that's named after the bird of Panama. When you're actually hiking, you can hear this bird, and they have beautiful singing. You don't see them because they don't like to be seen, but you will hear the music of them singing to you while you're hiking. So even your hiking experience has like a sound to it in the background. So you'll really disconnect and have a completely different experience from hiking anywhere else. Um, the flight is really easy. It's probably about 3 hours from here from Miami. The transfer to the national flight to David is also pretty easy. And everything should be, since you book with us, everything will be explained once you're booked because the national flights are on a different level than the international flights when you're actually in the airport. They all speak English. Panama City is a little bit hotter than actually Boquete. So when you land to Panama, it's gonna be sort of like hot as Florida, but then once you go to the V, you're gonna see the drastic change of climate. The flight, it's a little bit more than 45 minutes. It's probably close to an hour, but it's a right smooth too. And then from there, it's a 30-minute drive from David City to our actual resort.
Yeah.
Is there a special time that you have to arrive in Panama to make the second flight?
Right now, Copa has had a lot of changes, so I'm not sure exactly if they open two flights like before. So you'll have to check with Copa and see what are the changes that they have right now. Because of COVID, there's been a lot of changes.
Yeah. And if you're really an adventure person who like, I'm going to rent a car, you can rent a car. And the drive, it's about 6 to 8 hours. If yes. So, but I
Okay.
know But I know there are
I'll take
people
the plane.
that that's them. They will fly
Yeah.
in and they'll rent a car and they'll explore. Like, well, they're
On
like,
the
why
way.
wouldn't? Yeah, on the way. Okay, maybe you stop someplace overnight. But yes, it's a 6 to 8 hour drive. If you have clients that say, hey, I want to drive, I don't want to fly, I want to explore, so they can. And the highway system is pretty good, but it's just like any other mountainous or hillside. It's a lot of winding turns, right? You said, Natalia. So,
Yes. Well,
yeah,
Panama belonged to the U.S., so they have a
right.
lot of U.S. customs.
Hmm.
So it's really easy to drive and navigate yourself around Panama. And almost every Panamanian understands English or can like guide you. So there, it will be super easy for Americans or Europeans to go. And they actually love to travel when it's the flower festival that is actually in January. They also have a horse festival, and that's why our property has four of the cottages are named after horses because it used to be a horse farm before. And then the rooms, once we renovated the main house, which where the stables were, we kept the name of the horses that lived there. So there's a little tribute to them.
Does the flower festival have a name?
Is well in Spanish is Feria de las Flores, which is the flower festival, and that's why also the rooms are named after flowers, because it's the capital city of flowers in Panama.
Um, so there's like I know for St. Lucia that we have two flower festivals and it's part of some tradition. Is the flower festival like something traditional
It
or
is traditional for the area because of the weather. A lot of flowers are grown there. So then they do a lot of flower showing of different types of orchids. They're exotic plants because of the weather. They only like grow there. So now there's also this fair is also shared in Latin America in general because other countries actually do the same type of fair. For example, Colombia also has a festival of flowers, and it's also the same thing. But in Colombia, it's around May, so it kind of piggybacks out of the other. It's kind of the Caribbean that festivals kind of go around the islands. The same thing happens in South America.
that's good to know. Very, this was really, really, really interesting. And now I really want to go to Panama. Jessica, we need to put that together,
Yes, yes, yes. For
together.
sure. Yes, we do need to go. We all need to go.
It's really interesting and not just the resort, but everything you can do around the resort. And remember, travel advisors, this is an all-inclusive property as well, just like all of our properties at Elite Island Resort. So all of your meals and your drinks are included already, and you have a couple of tours as part of your package as well.
Yeah.
And then you have additional ones that you can also purchase. So, do we have any questions? Everybody's so quiet today.
I know. Okay.
Janet, Sue, anybody have any questions? Yeah, it was quite interesting. I was listening like I was at school. But I think it's very easy to be able to qualify a client because it's just a regular property, but it just has so much niches that if your clients are into flora and fauna, if your clients are very active, if your clients love nature, so it's very easy to qualify a client. Um, for clients. But that I know you called in late. Yes, we do have a pool. The pool was put in when the pool was put in recently, Jessica.
Yes. Right. Yep. Right in
Yes,
time.
the
Yeah.
pool was added in late 2019. So
Okay.
because we were closed for COVID, then anybody that travels this year or next year is gonna be the newest thing in the property.
Yes. Yes, there is a pool. So that just adds something extra special to the resort.
And there's a
And then
latch nearby for the
you
whitewater
do
rapids,
have
right?
a partial view of the volcano from the pool. Basically, almost everything around the property, you're gonna see the volcano Baru. The panoramic picture that Jessica showed, that's
Hmm.
basically taken from the restaurant. So you
Hmm.
see that literally everywhere you work in everywhere you walk in the property, you'll see that.
Okay, a very stupid question. Is the volcano dormant, active?
It's active.
Oh,
It's
okay. That's a
It's
good
not
question.
asleep.
it's not completely for until I know. I think it's not completely asleep. So it's still it could. I don't know what one it was. The last time that it actually did something was a long time ago, but it could happen again. If I'm not mistaken with my history. So we need to Google that.
And Panama always also have a lot of people from the other islands, like Jamaica, when they were constructing the Panama Canal. Because
Yeah.
I know a lot of people from the other islands, like Jamaica and Guyana, especially, went over to work on their families. So there are a lot of other
Mhm.
um, Caribbean people
Yeah.
over in Panama as well. So when I think of Panama, although I think of it as Latin America, because of so many other English speaking Caribbean people who went there, it seems like just one of the, our English speaking Caribbean as well. So who said she's been to Panama but only to the airport. So you have
Right.
not been to Panama, Samantha.
Yes, so I think so based on these comments, yes, we all need to go to Panama. We all
We
need to go to
do.
Los
We need to
Establos.
put
Yes.
together. We need to go to Los Establos to
Yeah.
experience Panama
Okay.
because it seems to have everything that
Yes.
you would want in Panama. I mean, St. Lucia has two flower festivals, but we don't have that many flowers
Right.
from the video I saw. So
Mhm.
the flower festival really intrigues me, to
Mhm.
see because the festivals are around the different types of flowers. So that's something I would really like to experience as well.
Correct. And if you are a honey lover, then you're gonna love the honey and bee tour because there's so much flowers that the honey is produced from the variety of flowers that is in this area. So there's different flavors even in the honey. So that's an extra experience and it's different.
And
Yeah.
They
in
also produce rum if
I
you are a
was
rum
just gonna
lover.
say that.
Yes.
We didn't talk about, I mean,
There's
rum. You
Don
know, this is a
Poncho.
rum town. You didn't talk about that as well. So there's everything. There's tea,
Yeah.
coffee, and rum. What more do you need? You
Exactly.
know?
There's everything for you in Phuket and Los Establos. And
Yeah.
it's if your clients have been to Costa Rica, they will definitely, and they're into, like I said, nature and adventure and soft adventure. They'll definitely love Los Establos and Phuket because there's so much to do, and it's not the mass tourists
Tourist
as
destination. Yeah.
exactly. So you kind of, it's sustainable. So if your clients are into sustainability, yes, perfect choice, perfect choice. And eco-friendly, yes.
So one more question. I know it's a mountain. I know it's on a plantation, but how close is the water? Not the for somebody say rum. Not
No,
the for whitewater rafting. Like there is an ocean close by. There's a beach close by.
I think
So
go ahead,
we're
Italia.
not close to the ocean at all. We are more into the mountainside. The only way for you to see the beach is if you actually to the super height of the volcano and you will see the two oceans, the Atlantic and the Pacific, as I
Pacific
told you.
Ocean. Not
But you will see since it's so high, you think it's close, but it's not close. We're not close to the coast. It's more the city is more internal.
and the
Mhm.
elevation as well, because I know some areas that are 1,000 feet above sea level, and you feel like you're so high. So you said it was almost 2, 3,000 feet above sea level.
Yes.
That's my
3,900 is I believe so. If
it's
my facts again are correct.
so you are really high above sea level. So I can imagine the views that you get from all the different directions. So this is a very intriguing property now. It has become something like, you have to put on your bucket list because
Yes.
it's really something that you have to. And I like the traditional breakfast that you showed. I was trying to figure
Yes.
out what it was. So this is a traditional breakfast.
Yes,
Um,
that is a traditional breakfast. It's made of like a corn tortilla. It's a fry, like a sweet fry, like pastelito, if you're kind of know a little bit of Cuban cuisine, and then shredded meat. Kind of also like the Cuban version that is called ropa vieja. So it's a really heavy meal, but as you know, Hispanics, we love to eat. And we love to have a heavy breakfast. And of course, you will accompany that with your coffee or your tea. And then I see Janet says she loves rum and she collects it from all the destinations. So
Right.
you should definitely do the rum tour. The rum tour is a partner with a distillery called Carta Vieja, which is also in Panama. It's close to Panama City. And they actually have a specialty rum that is only done and sold in Panama. It is called 1668, and the name comes from the elevation of the volcano. So the taste even is different when you taste it in Panama because of the elevation. So there's even an experience when you do the rum tasting. Rums taste different. So whoever is a rum lover, they're gonna taste it different if they actually experience in our other Caribbean properties, and it will be a different experience.
Wow, this is amazing. This was really an interesting. This was like an education for me.
Right.
Learn
So,
about
like I know Saint Lucia also has a volcano. So, and they do volcano products from the volcano. So now you can compare the volcano products from Saint Lucia if you ever go to Morgan Bay, our
yeah.
property, or if you go to Panama and then compare it with volcano Baru and see which volcano is better.
The volcano in St. Lucia is sleeping. Hopefully, it stays asleep, but because we don't want it coming up in a hurry. But so do we have any more questions? I think this was so interesting. People were just listening, and
Yeah.
they didn't have that many questions. And just a reminder, it's 17 rooms,
Yes,
Correct.
17 rooms and suites.
adults only, 16 and over. 16 and over.
Yep.
Yes.
And during the summer, um 12 and 12.
12 and over. And it's
Yes.
again, it's all inclusive property booked directly with Elite Island Resorts. So I know most of you here are already part of our agent program. But if you aren't registered on our portal, please go do so. You can get all the beautiful images that we shared today with you to put on your social media pages as well to promote the property. And if you want any copy, Jessica or myself can get that for you on Natalia. Natalia is the one behind all of the creative, so Elite Island Resort.
Yes.
So if you want a great copy, this is the person that we
Yeah.
talk to.
And we have our images in Smug Hub, and you can just click on Panama, and you can download any of the images that are there in Smug Hub as well. We can send you that link.
So we also recommend if you want to learn more of Panama, you can stay in Panama City for a day and go and see the old city, which has a lot of European influence, as since it was a Spaniard, is close to the colonial architecture. And then you can buy a Panamanian hat like the one that I'm having on right now. And then we also recommend to bring a big luggage, because if you're a rum lover, a tea lover, and a coffee lover, then you're gonna be buying a lot of goodies. So we recommend you to like get a big bag to check in.
Yeah, definitely be bringing some rum and coffee back and tea. So we
Yes.
need to put something together. We need to go visit as soon as possible so we can experience and talk like Natalia, how she's talking about
Yes.
something.
Yes.
Because
Exactly.
that makes you sell more and
Oh
sell
yeah,
better.
absolutely. Because whenever I visit a property, I can come back and be like, yes, this is what I did. This is what I did. Because you're like, yes, I can
You have
talk
to.
about this. I can sell this.
But you have to do this is what you have to because also like St. James Club Morgan Bay. I remember I was never really into pizza, and the Italian restaurants. I had pizza there one time, and I was amazed. And I'm like, and I always spoke about it. It's just pizza, but it was so good. If I had just talked from the brochure, what I would have never talk about it the way like the passion I had about pizza. But experiencing something makes a big difference, and you could really sell more and sell better when you have experience. So we have special rates for travelers? Sorry, for Los Establos as well.
We do. Like we're currently we're working on getting our 2022 agent rates finalized and up on our agent portal for booking. But yes, we would love for anyone that's interested or seeing the property. Yes, because that's the way how you will be able to sell it better. is by visiting. So yes, we'd love to have you, and maybe in the near future we can organize something with our really good, some of our great agents to get you down to Los Establos. But we'll have those rates up hopefully in like the next 2 weeks or so.
So if you haven't sold Los Establos, let us know when you sell it, and then that will guarantee you a spot on one of our farm trips because
Oh,
that's what.
absolutely. If
If
you've
you
never
haven't,
so, so this is why we're doing this, because yes, we want you to help sell, and it's more money in your pocket too. You can be the cool agent, like, yeah, I've sold Los Estados. Yeah, you haven't, but I have.
I know two agents who've sold it, and they were very very impressed, and the clients came back singing good praises. So I know a couple of agents with very good experience. Recommend to and always recommend it.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So thank you all for sticking along with us. Our next presentation will be very different because for all of you who've been following us and following Elite, we will have one where it will be mostly question and answer. So if you haven't watched any of our presentations, you have to go back and watch all of it because the questions will be from way back when our first coffee chat with Elite. So Jessica,
Yes.
Jessica has some plans for you.
Yeah, so please review because this lives. So if you weren't able to make a coffee chat because for whatever reason, please review because it will be question and answer, and we'll have a fab like couple some nice giveaways. So to end the year, can't believe it's December almost.
I'm looking forward to this. So yeah, so we'll have a
Yes.
nice December. So if you haven't watched any of our presentations, remember they're all in the chat. They're also on YouTube. If you need the link, let me know. I'll pass the link on to you. And then just to remind you, and our next, well, we have to do Hammer Cove, and
Yeah,
then do
yeah, or we can do Hammock Cove and then have the question and answer
after
afterwards. Yeah,
question and answer
we'll see.
afterwards.
We'll see. Yeah,
It's
Mhm. Yeah. We
all
haven't done
about
Hammock Cove. We got to end. Oh, luxury 5 star.
luxury.
Yes, yes, fabulous.
So if you have no more questions for us, thank you all for joining us today. Thank you to Natalia, who just came back from Los Establos with the fresh experience and the hat.
Hey, I love the hat.
You're welcome, ladies.
Yes,
Thank you
thank
for
you,
your
Natalia.
Thank you for your insight and our regular team, John, Jessica, and myself. Again, we're here to help you sell more. Also, sell directly and you get more. However, we are on most of your favorite wholesalers, except for Let's Establish. You have to sell directly. You have to buy directly from us, and then you have all your incentives. And Jessica will remind you of our incentives again.
Okay, incentive is direct booking is 20% commission plus your $100 booking bonus. And then for every 7 nights that you book, that's a free night for you at any of our elite and resort properties. So yes. And we make it easy. So book with us direct, 20%, $100 plus every 7 nights gives you a free night.
And we're getting more air.
Oh yes.
Antigua has more air into. There's more air into Antigua right now.
Yes,
You have
yes.
more air into Antigua. So there's more air into Antigua right now. There's more air into St. Lucia right now. The season is open. Winter season is open. We have a lot more air, a lot more seasonal air as well. But Frontier is now going to Antigua. They
This
just started.
they're
So
starting December 4th. December
December
4th.
4th.
Yes,
So
out
you
of
have
Orlando.
so
Hmm.
you have more. There is more access to the to Saint Lucia and Antigua. So for the season, so sell, sell, sell. And I know all of you are in this for the business. So sell more and you make more money. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So thank you all. I'm sorry about the background noise. My son is home with a cold, so you had a little bit of background noise, but that was him breaking down my house. So again, thank you all, and please, this so for those who came late, this stays in the group, this leaves. So go and read, check our other coffee chats with Island Resort, so you can learn more about all of our beautiful properties and how much we love travel agents. We love
Yes,
working with you.
yes. Haha.
Thank you all.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.